The 2025 NBA Western Conference Finals has been nothing short of unpredictable. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the number one seed in the West, were riding high after taking a 2-0 lead in the series, but after a humiliating loss in Game 3, their once secure hold on the series now looks anything but certain. The Minnesota Timberwolves, the number 6 seed, are back in the conversation after a jaw-dropping 143-101 victory that has completely flipped the momentum. With the Thunder still leading 2-1, Game 4 now looms large for both teams as the battle for a coveted spot in the NBA Finals intensifies. Oklahoma City's road to the Western Conference Finals. Oklahoma City entered these finals with sky-high expectations. The Thunder have been one of the league's best all season, and their dominant play in the postseason thus far only reinforced that belief. They swept the number 8-seed Memphis Grizzlies with relative ease, then found themselves in a grueling 7-game series against the number 4-seed Denver Nuggets, which they ultimately triumphed in. With a roster stacked with talent, led by MVP candidate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Oklahoma City appeared poised for a deep playoff run. The question now becomes, can they recover from this unexpected loss and regain control of the series in Game 4? Minnesota's fight for respect and history. On the flip side, the Timberwolves entered this series as heavy underdogs. They've never made it to the NBA Finals in their franchise history, and while their playoff performances in the past have been memorable, they've often faltered when it counted most. But this year is different. The Timberwolves have shown that they're not to be underestimated. After stunning the number, the team won 3-seed Los Angeles Lakers in the opening round and eliminating the number 7-seed Golden State Warriors in the subsequent round. They've proven they have the grit and determination to hang with the league's elite. Game 3 was the most emphatic statement of that confidence yet, as the Timberwolves dismantled the Thunder in front of their home crowd. Game 3. The Timberwolves' statement win. The Timberwolves delivered a performance for the ages in Game 3. After dropping the first 2 games on the road, many expected Minnesota to pack it in. Instead, they came out with a vengeance, delivering a 42-point blowout that sent shockwaves through the series. The Timberwolves weren't just winning. They were making a statement, completely dominating in all facets of the game. From the opening tip, it was clear that Minnesota wasn't going to back down. The Timberwolves stormed to a 20-point lead in the first quarter and never looked back, eventually stretching their lead to as much as 45 points. The Thunder were overwhelmed, unable to find any rhythm, and their defense was shredded by the Timberwolves' offensive onslaught. A key factor in the Timberwolves' win was their defensive intensity. They suffocated the Thunder, holding them to a mere 40.7% shooting from the field, and a dismal 31.8% from three-point range. On the other side of the ball, Anthony Edwards played like the superstar Minnesota needs him to be. Edwards finished with 30 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals on an efficient 12 of 17 shooting. His 5 of 8 performance from beyond the arc demonstrated his full arsenal, and the Timberwolves needed every ounce of it. Edwards wasn't alone, though. Minnesota's balanced scoring attack was on full display, with 5 other players contributing double-digit points. Julius Randle added 24 points, Terrence Shannon Jr. pitched in with 15, and Nickel Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid, and Jaden McDaniels each dropped 10 points. The result was an offensive juggernaut that overwhelmed the Thunder at every turn. Oklahoma City's nightmare game. For the Thunder, Game 3 was one to forget. They were outclassed, outplayed, and outworked on every front. The usually reliable Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was held to just 14 points on 13 shots, a far cry from his usual dominant self. The Thunder's offense struggled to get going, and their defense, usually a hallmark of their success, couldn't stop Minnesota from running rampant. Perhaps most shocking was the rebounding disparity. The Timberwolves dominated the glass, out-rebounding the Thunder 50-31 and outscoring them in second-chance points, 27. Oklahoma City simply couldn't get any stops, and when they did, they failed to capitalize on their opportunities. This was a rude awakening for the Thunder. They can't afford to take a game off against a team as talented and hungry as the Timberwolves. A performance like that could easily turn the series on its head, and now they find themselves in a position where they have to regroup quickly. Looking ahead to Game 4, a battle of mental toughness. Game 4 is now the pivotal matchup of the series. The Timberwolves have gained a critical foothold, and they know they're capable of beating the Thunder. But they need to replicate their Game 3 intensity. If Minnesota is